The first thing I taste is blood, not mine, his. Jungkook's knuckles are split open, crimson dripping down to the floor of our kitchen, and his eyes, God, his eyes look like a storm that's been caged for too long. He doesn't even flinch when I step between him and the man he's got pinned against the wall. Baby girl, his voice is low, dangerous. You should go back upstairs. No, I say steady even though my pulse is sprinting. You are bleeding. Out of the corner of my eye, I catch the him leaning casually against the fridge, sipping coffee like it isn't a Tuesday nightmare. Well, he is a neat whiskey type man. Drinking coffee is out of character right now. You are gonna scare her away one day, he says lazily. Shut up, Tay. Jungkook snapped without taking his eyes off me. The man on the wall grunts, muttering something in Korean that I don't catch, but Jungkook does, his jaw tight. I can practically hear the violence humming in his bones. I grab his wrist, not gently enough. For one long, loaded second, he just stared at me. Then he let the guy drop to the floor like he is nothing more than a trash to be taken out later. He's still breathing hard when I reach for a towel, pressing it against his head. He doesn't pull away. If anything, his shoulders drop the tiniest bit. You are the only one who can do that. He murmurs. Do what? Make me stop. I am your good girl. You know. He sniffed and pulled me closer by grabbing my waist and said into my ears, Yes, baby girl, you are. The shiver ran down my spine. In this situation, the tingling sensation started with my ear and end and between my. Before I can answer, Jimin burst through the back door, rain in his hair, urgency in his voice. We have a problem. I freeze. Jungkook eyes sharpened instantly. What kind of a problem? He asked. Jimin gaze flicked mine and back to him. The kind that wears your family crest and wants her dead. Jimin words are still ringing in my head. The rain-soaked idiot is leaning against my counter now, acting like he didn't just drop a bomb in my kitchen. Who sent them? I demand. He shrugged. Someone you pissed off, which is pretty much your entire contact list. When watching us both, arm crossed, that sharp gaze cutting through me like she's reading every thought I'm trying to hide. She hates being kept in the dark, but the truth is, if she knew the whole picture, she wouldn't be standing here. Don't touch her. I say, my voice still. Jimin raises an eyebrow. You are planning on telling her why they want her dead, or should we just let her walk into the trap line? Moin's voice cut in, quiet but little. What trap? Taehyung is still sipping his coffee like this is a morning gossip smear. Congrats, kid, and you have officially joined the list of a people worth killing in Seoul. I showed him a glare sharp enough to cut glass, not helping. He only shrugs, clearly enjoying himself. One step closer, tilting her chin up at me. If I'm a target, you tell me, without missing anything. No. No secrets, Jungkook. My hands got into a fist, not from anger at her, but at the thought of anyone breathing the same air as her with bad intention. If I tell you everything, you will start running, I say. She doesn't blink. Maybe I will start fighting. Jamal let out a slow whistle. Oh, careful, Cookie. That one's not scared of you. I'm about to snap at him when I watched a movement outside the window. The next second, the glass shatters. I yank her around before the bullet can find her. The sound of cracking through my kitchen like a warning. My body is over her, shielding her as a fragment of glass rain around us. Her hand clutched my shirt, and I can feel her heartbeat humming against mine. She is breathing hard, eyes wide, and I am trying to decide if I am more furious about the bullet or about how close it came to her. The others move, Jimin to the door, Taehyung to the side window, but my focus doesn't leave her. Are you hurt? My voice is low, tight. She shakes her head, but her hand brushes a tiny cut on my jaw. You are. Before I can argue, she cupped my face, forcing me to look at her. Hi, breath with me, love. I realized then that my chest was happening like I just run 10 miles. My pulse is in my throat, my fists are still clenched. And then she does the one thing I didn't expect. She leans up and presses her to my. It's not careful, it's desperate. Her mouth moves against, like she is trying to remind me I'm still here, that we are still alive. My grip on her waist tightened, instinctively pulling her closer until there's not a she like rain and adrenaline. I her back harder, my hand sliding to the back, Holding her there, letting go isn't an option. Her finger dig into my shoulders, anchoring me, asserting me in a way I didn't know I needed. And she finally pulls back, her forehead rests against mine. You are shaking, she whispered, not from fear, Aras. And it's true, the danger is real, but right now the only thing I can think about is the way her presence is pulling me back from the edge. She stays close, her thumb brushing my jaw, her breathing slow and even until mine matches her. Only then do I let my hands fall away reluctantly. Jimmy's voice called from the hallway. They are gone for now. I don't answer. My eyes are still locked on hers because for the first time in years, someone didn't just calm me down, they made me want to stay. The gunshot still echoes in my head hours later. Even with the apartment locked down and the him prowling the halls like a watchdog, I can't sit still. Jungkook's in his office, door shut, voice low, and I know better than to interrupt when he is in that mood. But the more I think about the bullet, the more things burn in my chest. I am not the piece of glass he can hide in a cabinet, so I slip out. The rain stopped, leaving the street slick with a neon reflection. I head to the only place I know I can dig without Jungkook's men railing down my neck. The rooftop of an old noodle shop, my safe spot, or it was. I'm scrolling through an inscripted message thing sent me when a voice says,
You shouldn't be here, kid.
I freeze. It's not Jungkook. The man stepped into the dim light, a cool smile twisting his mouth. His black suit is spotless except for the silver pin on his slipper. My stomach nods the crest, Jungkook's family crest. Who are you? My voice stays even, but my fingers tighten around my phone. Hey, Dirt, he said.
Funny he didn't bell you.
A dozen thoughts crash into each other, but before I can ask, he's holding up to the photo. Me. Standing next to Jungkook only. Jungkook's face in this picture is different. Younger, meaner.
This was the night he took something from me,
The man says.
and now I take something from him.
I take a step back, heart hammering. What are you talking about? He laughed sharp and cold.
You think you are his calming pill? No, princess, you are his weakness, and in this business,
He pulls a gun from under his jacket, aiming straight at me.
weakness get erased.
Before I can react, a shadow drops from the above. Jungkook slammed into him. The gun is getting across the roof in the scuff. I hear Jungkook growl, something in Korean that makes my blood chill. When he finally throws the man against the railing, his eye find mine, and I realize he's not just furious, he's terrified. When he says voice low and urgent, that means he is my brother. My brother's smirking, blood on his lips and fire in his eyes, like we are still kids fighting over the same damn scraps. Only now the stakes are bullets, not bruises.
You never could protect what's yours.
He says in Korean, voice low, taunting. I take a step forward, pressing ready to split again, but then Jungkook, her voice mattered. Her voice mattered. Once here, too close to breakable, she is walking toward me like she doesn't see clipped edge I'm standing on. Her hands wrapped around mine, not soft, not shy, and pressed to my side, right where the scar runs sharp over my ribs. You have already got enough from him, she says quietly. Don't let him leave another mark. I don't know why it works. It always works. The blood in my head stopped roaring just enough to hear my own breath. My brother tilted his head. She is your leash now. I could kill him for that. I could, but I could didn't. Instead, I grab his wrist and yank him closer, and my other hand pulling his silver chain from around his neck. The other he took from me the night he betrayed me, the one that used to belong to our father. My finger curls around it like a promise. This belongs to me. I growl. And if I see you again, I won't hesitate. Once again, that's all you will get before I put you down. He just smiled like his warning is a joke, but I see it. The flashes recognition in his eyes. He knows I mean it. I shove him back once, hard enough to make him stumble, then step away. This isn't over, I tell him. And the rooftop door slammed behind us. Wine is still holding my hand. She is checking my pulse is steady. I can't hide the way my knuckles are trembling, not from the fear, but from the aftershock of rage I didn't let loose. She moves in front of me, both of her hands sliding to cup my face. Breath with me, she says, her voice steady and soft. In through your nose, out through your mouth. Her thumb brushed against my jaw, grounding me in the present, reminding me I am not 17 and fighting shadows anymore. My chest is inch by inch until the pounding in my head dulls to something I can live with. We walk in a silence until we hit the street. The rain started again, soft against the neon. I stopped under the flickering row of street lamp, turning to her. You shouldn't have been there, I say, but my voice is rougher than I mean it to be. She doesn't back down, and you shouldn't be the only one fighting. Something inside me here, not in defeat, but in surrender, the kind only I gave her. I lean in slow, letting my forehead rest against her. Her breath hitches, but she doesn't move away. Then the emotion boiling inside me aren't the kind that end up with. She calms me down every time, but right now, I can't control the urge to claim, to do, because no one else has. The bridge of living. When I pull back, I whisper the one truth I have never said out loud. You are the only thing that kept me from burning everything down. The storm pulls us home, not in the sky that's only clearing, but in the wind hanging between us as we step inside. The door shut with a dull thud, and the quiet feels too sharp. Jungkook dropped his jacket on the couch without looking at me, his shirt clinging to him from the rain, and his hair falls into his eyes, hiding whatever burning there. I moved to the window, watching the water run in the silver stream down to the glass. The fight with his brother replays in my head. He didn't have to step in like that. I say quietly. He finally looked at me, eyes hard. If I hadn't, you had be bleeding right now. That's not the point, Jungkook. He's your brother. He's so tight. He stopped being my brother the moment he decided you were a target. For a moment, we were just stand there, him in the middle of the room, being by the window, the space between us thick with everything we haven't said. I take a step closer. This doesn't end tonight, does it? No, he admit, voice low, but neither do we. There's no hate in his word this time, only certainty. He walks past me and he starts locking every door, checking every corner like he's memorizing the layout all over again. It's not paranoia, it's preparation. I watch him, the way his shoulder carry out the responsibility, the way his hands move like he fought his battle 100 times in his head. When he returns, he doesn't speak right away, just stand in front of me, searching my face for something. Maybe fear, maybe doubt. You're still here, he says finally. Where else would I be? I answer, something in him softened then, not much but enough. Then whatever comes next, we will face it together. The storm outside fades to nothing but dripping eaves. Inside, the silence feels different now, not like an ending, but like the pause before the next chapter we will write together. And for the first time in a long time, I'm not afraid.